it's Tanny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. School is back in session. Yes, we're back in the classroom. We're back here because it is fairy time, effectively. I did this video with the Mulan update, so I'm really excited to do this video with the Tiana update. I have a lot of fun making these videos. But basically, I want to talk about predictions of items that might come to the game with Tiana, whether it be through Star Path, friendship rewards, or even premium shop kind of ideas and stuff like that. So I kind of want to go through that and some of my predictions after watching the film. Now, the first thing I'm going to touch on is this artwork, which I'll bring up on screen. It was an artwork that was sort of posted when it shouldn't have been. The amazing Sproutsy Sprout managed to get this image. And it seems like Gameloft accidentally posted this when they didn't mean to, because I can't find this image anymore. I can't find it on their socials. I can't find it in their brand stuff, which I find weird, because usually a lot of this stuff does go into their brand information and things like that, and I couldn't find it. So but this is of Tiana in front of her palace. Now this is obviously her restaurant and stuff like that. I'm so excited to have this come to the game. It looks absolutely stunning. One thing I want to point out, I guess, first of all, is the wisteria that is to the left of the building. Now, it does look like that is attached. But I would 100% love if we could get some kind of like wisteria foliage come to the game. I think that would be super fun. And another thing with this image, I haven't yet been able to determine what it is. Possibly some sort of fence post or something, or some kind of gateway. But to the very left of the image, I will try and zoom in as much as I can on it. I mean, there is a bit of a curtain on it, so perhaps it's some kind of carriage cart thing. I really genuinely don't have a clue, but there looks to be some kind of stone pillar, but then beneath that there's like a almost like a screen, and then there's like a curtain, and I've got no idea what that item could be. It's obviously a teaser of some sort of item, but again, no idea what it could be, whether it's some kind of, like, my thought is a carriage because of the curtain, but then also maybe a pillar because of the stone. I'm genuinely just very, very confused. So if anyone has a theory on that, please let me know, because I think it's kind of cool to see that item. I haven't seen anything like it in game. Obviously, the fencing by Tiana's place is the wrought iron fencing, so nothing really new there. The lampposts, I believe, are just the lampposts we have, and I think the clock is from the park clock set, but I am willing to be corrected if I'm wrong. So this is this artwork, so this is what we see. We see Tiana in this dress here, and I've got to say, I think this is a gorgeous outfit. I'm assuming this is the outfit she comes with, because this is my thoughts. None of the princesses come with their ball gowns. Tiana is not coming with her big green dress, or at least not as her main outfit. So it's not what she arrives to the valley in. Because none of the princesses have done so far, and I think they will follow that with all the others. I think if Aurora comes, I could see her come in her Briar Rose outfit, to be honest. So yeah, I just think kind of like this is how Tiana's going to come. She's going to come in this dress. I do think the green dress will be a premium dress. It will be like a dream style. So whether it comes as a Star Path option or a premium shop option, I think it's something we will have eventually, but it's not going to be her arrival dress, let's just say that. Now that I've discussed that image, I do want to move on to the film itself. So the order that I go through these kind of clips and my thoughts is going to be based on the movie. So it's going to be exactly as the movie goes. So just so you're aware for the ordering. So the first thing that I want to talk about is actually Charlotte's house. Now, Charlotte's house is absolutely gorgeous. In terms of a building, Beautiful, chef's kiss, beautiful. I absolutely love it. um I could see this coming as a house skin for sure. With the last update we've had with Mulan's update, there's been what, four house skins? There's been the Wandering Moon, Reflection of China, the Turning Red, and then there's still the Parks one to come. So there's been like four house skins. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get something similar. So I think Charlotte's house could very well, or something in the style of Charlotte's house could come, because they might not fully give us Charlotte's house in case they want to bring Charlotte to the game eventually. I don't think she's coming anytime soon, but if she does come, they would want something to put her in. So they might not give us exactly her home, but they would give us something like this. That's what I'm predicting for one of the premium stores. I also want to point out the foliage in this image is absolutely gorgeous. The pink trees and stuff. There's a lot of foliage in this film that I would love to see come to the game. I think the game needs a lot more foliage, to be honest. But I have mentioned that before anyway. The next couple of things that I'm going to talk about is going to be the furniture in Charlotte's house. Oh my god, if the furniture in Charlotte's house is just stunning. Like the chests, the bedside tables, even her bed as a child is just gorgeous. The chandelier, the shelf with all the toys, just stunning, absolutely beautiful. I adore it. And then we also have a scene later on when Tiana's leaving the house with her mum, and there's gorgeous furniture in there, big mirrors and chairs and some really nice vases and chandeliers and stuff. I would love this kind of fancy ornate furniture, very princess core, very regal. Is it called Rococo, that kind of style? I may be wrong. I'm not very good with stuff like that. I'm not a fashion person. But that kind of dated, royal, elegant look is like so up my street. I absolutely love it. So I would love some of that ornate kind of decor, because we seem to have a lot of rustic decor or modern decor. I wouldn't say we really have much princess decor, and I would love some properly through and through princess core kind of items. I just think it would look so good. Now on the other side of that, we do have some more rustic items. So if we talk about Tiana's home when she's a kid, there is a sewing table which is very similar to one we have in game, which I think is part of the Encanto collection. It's a gorgeous sewing table. I don't think we're gonna get it because we've got some that's so similar with the Encanto one. But there are some rusticy pieces here, like the big cooker I could see us getting, some of the kind of like kitchen pantry sets. So we did have the Buzz's Wanderers bundle set. I could see him doing something like the Wanderers bundle set, but in a more rustic style. I could definitely see something very similar coming to the game. I think that would be awesome. Whilst we're on the topic of this image, I do want to say I think as one of the friendship rewards with Tiana, whether it be like a level 8 or a level 10 reward, I think we're going to get her dad's gumbo pot. I think that's going to be a furniture decor item that we get from Tiana. I think that is a friendship reward. So 100% I think we're going to get something like that. We do have like a large black pot thing which you can get, but I think it's going to look a bit more rusticy, a bit more is tin the right word, like a tin kind of pot? I don't know if that's right, but not like the black color, but the irony, like an iron pot kind of thing. Well, you can see it in the picture. That's, I'm assuming we're going to get something like that as a friendship reward from Tiana. Um, we also have her bedroom. Her bedroom's gorgeous. She has some really nice rustic furniture pieces, which again, I think we could see something like that. I mean, the bedside table that she has is gorgeous. It really reminds me, there's an item in game called the library side table, I think it's called, and it has very similar legs and stuff, so I could see something like that but as a bedside table. And of course her bed is so cute. I love the floral frame. We do have again something very similar in the Encanto collection, but I could see it in a different colorway because it would be so easy for them to reskin that Encanto bed frame and make it a Tiana themed one just by changing the colors on it and stuff. So I could definitely see him doing something like that. And obviously the very rustic wood pieces I think would just be lovely to have kind of thing in game. Now moving on to the next possible house skin, we're going to talk about Duke's Cafe. So that's the place where Tiana works when she in the beginning of the movie and stuff like that. Again, I think we'll see this as a house skin. I think we will see Duke's Cafe come in as a house skin. I think it's very possible we could get a regular just sort of New Orleans inspired building like we see in the image. Like we could get one of those as just a regular kind of house skin, not directly tied to a specific building as well. But I think mainly, I think Duke's Cafe, I think we're guaranteed to get it. We know we're getting her palace and, you know, for the restaurant and stuff. But I think we might just get a Duke's Cafe house skin. Just as something very separate. Another thing that I didn't really mention, I don't really have a screenshot of, but you can sort of see it in this image. We do have a car. There are also like trams and stuff like that in the film. I think we could possibly see some of those kind of items. We do have similar things with Oswald, like we have his black and white car, we have his trolley, we have the tracks. So I could certainly see him bringing in like a tram furniture piece or another car kind of design. Because again, you could kind of reskin it and stuff like that. So yeah, I think we could definitely see some of those as items, like maybe a premium store item or something like that. Next up, we have a screenshot from the party that we have at Charlotte's house, and again, the style is just beautiful. I love all the like the fairy light lanterns. I would love some kind of like fairy lights, lanterns, that kind of aesthetic. I think it would be amazing to have. There's also a gorgeous tree. I don't know if they're like willow trees or something like that. They're these big hanging trees with all the kind of like almost like vines hanging down, or the leaves and the foliage. I don't know exactly what kind of tree it is, but something like that would be nice. So very similar to the trees that you get in the Frosted Heights. If we could get more trees like that, I think the trees in the Frosted Heights are gorgeous. I just hate all the snow around the bottom of it because it's not very good for moving from biome to biome. So that again is something I would like. The fountain is absolutely gorgeous. They have got a few fountains in game, so I could certainly see him taking a Princess and the Frog inspired fountain for sure. And I think this would be a cute addition. Very grand, very regal. Like I said, just the lights and the flowers and the foliage, like the flowers in the vase that's on the kind of like the fence post. We also have all the flowers around the fountain. These are all items that I would love to see in game. I could certainly, out of the items, I could see the fountain coming. I don't know if we're going to get the fairy lights like I want. That's probably more of a want than what I predict. But yeah, just sort of, I guess, a heads up as something that I would like to see come or think might come. Now, next up, we have a scene in the garden. It's a gorgeous scene. They're out on a lake. It's beautiful. And there's kind of a little gazebo structure with all the wisteria hanging on it. And oh my god, I really want one. Like I said it with the Mulan video, I wanted the kind of like temple structure that they had, and we never got anything like that, and I was so gutted. So I would actually please give us the gazebo like this. Some kind of gazebo like this would be so cute. I'm telling you, if we got a gazebo like this, they're all over my valley. They're everywhere. It's game over. This is all that's gonna be in my valley. It is such a gorgeous building. Obviously, I love the bridge that goes to it. I don't think we would have a bridge go to it. I think we would just have like a standard gazebo. But I think it would be so cute, especially if it had like hanging wisteria or things like that, or just some kind of foliage. There's also a bit later on a zoomed in shot on Charlotte and the dude who's impersonating Naveen. And they sit on some like wrought iron chairs. again, reskin the Remy chairs from the raw iron grey to a white colour and bring it into the game. Whether you do it as like an option with Remy stuff and go, okay, well, you can also make the iron stuff, but you can also do a white variant. I would love that because I think the white colour would just fit in nicely with a lot of the aesthetic and vibes of some of the pieces we currently have in game. So that is something that I would like to see, a gazebo item and some white iron furniture. Um, I'm not sure if we will get the gazebo because I feel like Game Loft like to dash my dreams. They like to crush them. But it's something that I definitely do want. Now, next up is another prediction of an item that I think we'll get, which is Mama Odie's house. Now, she lives in like a boat in this tree, this like swamp willow tree kind of thing. And I could very much see that come as a house skin. I doubt we'll get Mama Odie in this game. If she comes to the game, it is going to be years down the line. And I mean years. I mean... I might be retired before she comes to the game. No, in all seriousness, I think it would be a very, very long time. There's so many major characters that we still have to get through, so many franchises that aren't even in the game. I just think she's too much of a secondary character to kind of come in and be featured. So I'm not too worried about, oh well, if we have a house in game, where would she live? Because I honestly don't see her come into the game for years, for absolute years. Obviously if she does, then you know, I'm fine to be corrected, but I really don't predict seeing her for a very, very long time if she does ever come. So I think her house would make a good skin. It would be very similar, I think, to the Tinkerbell house skin. You know, we would have the tree-like structure and then the boat in the top, whereas obviously the Tinkerbell one, we have the kind of like tree and then we have the teapot. So I think it's something that they could easily recreate, and I think it would make a lovely house skin. I would absolutely snap this up within a second if they bought it, because I feel like it would just feel so different and unique. So I do predict we will get this as a house skin in the premium shop. Now, whilst we're sort of on the topic of Mama Odie, we do see in her house she does have this kind of like wicker rattan furniture. Is that what it is? Rattan? Wicker? I don't know, but this kind of furniture I could see as I would like, I should say, because I don't think we're gonna get them, but I would love to see some kind of wicker furniture pieces. I talked about this in the assets video that I did, where I went through the different kind of assets that are already in game that I'd like to see come to the Scrooge shop, and there's like a wicker basket. So I would love some furniture like this. I think it would be a brilliant addition. Whilst we're on the note of Mama Odie as well, there's these gorgeous, gorgeous hanging bottles which sort of work as bright illuminating lights when the sort of the light and the sun shines into them. Absolutely stunning and gorgeous. I think instead of getting like lanterns, so we have had the like Rapunzel tangled lanterns, we had some lanterns for Mulan. I could see us getting some floating hanging bottles that work as like lights, and I think they would be so aesthetic and so perfect in a fairy core build. Again, this is probably more of a want than something that I expect will come. um I do think we will get some kind of lighting thing, whether it be some sort of like hanging fancy lanterns or something like that. But I would personally love the glass bottles, like the aesthetic of those is gorgeous. So I would love to see it. I did talk about actually in one of my other videos. Oh my god, I talk about so many other videos. Just watch my content, guys. Um But I spoke about how in Tiana's Bayou Adventure in Disney World or wherever it is that they did it, um, there's like a signage and there's like these two tall plants which hang on this signage. And I was saying that I think they would look lovely as lights in game. So again, just something like that might be really, really cute and aesthetic. The next thing I want to talk about, and I'm not sure if this will come as a house skin or potentially just a furniture item, but there's this large boat. I forget the name for this type of boat. There is a name for these specific boats. Um, and I forget what they're called. I forget what they're called. But this kind of boat I could see coming as either a furniture item, a bit like, you know, the Pizza Planet. And there's another furniture item that's quite big that isn't a house skin, and I forget what it is at the moment. I'm so annoyed. I wish I knew what it was. I'm sure there's a second furniture item. I just can't think of it right now. Oh, the house, the firehouse, the firehouse that we got. So I think it could come as just a decor piece like that. But I think it would also be great to have as a house skin. I think it would make a really fun house skin. It would be a great alternative to like Eric's ship that we have as a house skin. So I think this would be fun to have. I think this is definitely somewhat creative and unique they could add. So I do like the idea of having this, like I said, as either a decor furniture piece or potentially a house skin. Now, the next thing I do want to talk about is the fact that it is Mardi Gras within the film. So it would be nice to have some kind of celebratory items, some kind of streamers, confetti, things like that. You know, we have the bubble ones. Maybe if we had some kind of waving flag or ribbon or something, maybe that'd be fun. You know, the necklaces, the layered necklaces, like the pearls kind of thing, or whatever they're called, you know. I think that might be kind of fun to just have in game. But the thing that I want to talk about with the Mardi Gras scene is the floats. I don't think we're going to get the exact floats that we see in the film. I don't think we are. But it would be cool if we had some kind of parade float item. I think it might be fun, a bit different, very unique. Something that I don't think we would see with any other movie, personally. I don't think there's any kind of royal float parades in other films, but obviously correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't think there are in the Disney films. So I think to have kind of like some Mardi Gras float parade items would be kind of fun. I'm like thinking of Animal Crossing when there's the like big parade festival items that you could get. I forget what that festival was called, but there was like the giant bird float and there was like all the music items. It was so fun. It was so fun and so cool. So I would love to see some kind of festival parade item, float item. I think it would be fun. You know, I have so many cool ideas. Like Game Loft, if you're interested, hit me up. Hit me up. Put me on speed dial. I am willing to give you all the ideas. On the topic of floats, there is also a scene with, is it Louis? I think his name's Louis, the crocodile, where he's with the band. Now, music is a huge, huge part of this movie. Not only does Prince Naveen play like a little ukulele thing, music is just, apart from cooking, I would say music's a big, like, the heart of this film. Cooking's obviously the central point, but I think music follows up after as well. And I do think that we could see some musical items come to the Scrooge store. I don't think we would see them as premium items, but we have the like the harp items and stuff like that. And we do have like a Rapunzel's guitar, and there was the Coco guitar from the very, very first Star Path. So I could see us with some more musical instruments created and brought into the Scrooge store. Nothing too fancy, just a decor piece, maybe a drum, perhaps like a little trumpet item or something like that. I could definitely see them bringing in some kind of more musical items. They would be very easy, I would think, just to render. I mean, none of the musical items we currently have in game are interactable, so they wouldn't have to make these interactable. But I think that's something that could come to the Scrooge shop just to add in a few more furniture pieces and stuff like that. So I think that would I think that would be fun, yeah. I do need to talk actually, whilst we're on the topic of food. I didn't grab a screenshot, but obviously there's a lot of scenes with food in them, especially at the beginning of the movie when she's at Duke's and stuff like that. And there's like display cases of food. I could see us getting a few like decorative kitchen items. I would like that actually, to be honest. Now I need to correct myself. Because I made a prediction before when I did my Star Path theory kind of video from the hints. I talked about Charlotte's outfit with the feather boa, but Charlotte isn't the only one with a feather boa outfit. No, Tiana has one too. So I think if we have a Tiana skin in the Star Path, I hate to say it, guys, and I know you're not going to like it. I don't think we're going to get her green dress in the Star Path. I think we're going to get her white dress with the feather boa. I think Tiana's going to come in her green dress that she has at the end of the film, that we see in the artwork. She's going to have her white feather boa outfit as her Star Path outfit. And I think if we do get the green dress, the like big poofy wedding green dress, I think that's going to be a premium store item, and I'm not even sure if we're going to get it this time round. I know, I'm sorry, I've said it, and I know I know everyone's going to be outraged. They're going to be like, how dare you, she cannot not have her green dress. But I'm just thinking about the other characters in game. I'm thinking about Ariel. We have her pink dress in game, but we have it. She doesn't have it. Thinking about Belle. We have a version of Belle's yellow dress. She doesn't have it. The princesses don't have their big dresses. I mean, Rapunzel's a bit difficult because Rapunzel basically only has one dress. But the other princesses, they come in their regular outfits. They don't come with their big princess gowns. I'm sorry. I don't think we're getting Tiana's big princess gown. As much as I want it, I want to make it clear. I do want it. I just think if it comes, it's going to come as either a dress that we buy for us to wear, not for her to wear, or it's going to come much later down the line. We might get something, a princess bundle in the future where they provide us with a lot of the princess dresses. But I don't think we're going to get Tiana to come in her green dress, like as in Tiana gets to wear it. That's just my theory. Don't don't hate me for it. I would love her to have her green dress, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening for a long time. I'm willing to admit I'm wrong if she does come with it, like for her to wear. Now we can talk about the kind of like restaurant scene that the Shadow Man shows her. Now I must stress, I don't think we're getting much in the way of items for him, for Dr. Facilier. I think we might get one item, and I'll talk about that at the very end. But I don't think we're going to get much from him, which is why I haven't included any of the scenes that he specifically has, like his decor items, because I don't think we're going to get them. But we have this scene, this kind of like dream sequence, vision sequence, I don't know what you want to call it, but oh my god, it's gorgeous. The decor, the red curtains are iconic. The chandelier is absolutely stunning. And the big flower plant lights, again, I would love them. I want them. I want those golden flower lights, and I want the chandelier. That's all I need. That is all I need. And obviously there are scenes with characters in like dresses, you know, styles from the 20s. I could see us maybe getting a couple of clothing items that are sort of similar to that theme and decade and stuff like that. But mainly from this screenshot, I kind of want the lighting, the chandelier and the big golden flower lamps, whatever they are. I want those. Now we can talk about the wedding scene with Tiana and Naveen. gorgeous scene. The lighting, the colors and stuff like that, absolutely beautiful. I think the foliage is what I'm really focusing on here. I would love some of this foliage. It really has a magical, fairycore, whimsical vibe. So that's very much what I want. The beautiful colors of the florals and stuff like that, I think would just be absolutely gorgeous. So that's something that I would really like. Obviously, we see Tiana in her gorgeous green dress. As I've said, I don't think she's going to come with it for her to wear. It is something I would love for her to get, but I just don't see her coming with it this update. So yeah, but in terms of the foliage items, I would really love Gameloft to add more foliage items, and this is the kind of vibe and aesthetic I would love to go for. And then the last thing from the film is actually the end of it, where Tiana has her restaurant, and the decor in there is gorgeous. The lighting, the like floral chandelier lights and stuff like that, absolutely stunning. The green tables, like to have like the Remy tables but with like a green tablecloth layer on the top would be gorgeous. Again, we have these kind of like white iron chairs, almost in like a lily pad kind of fashion, and they do have the green seats. Again, a decor item that I think would be absolutely fantastic to have. I would love some of this decor. I really want some of this aesthetic to kind of come to the game. That is very much the vibe that I'm working with and really would love to have come, and I think it would benefit my valley so much. So that's kind of what I want in. A lot of these were wants, not all of these were predictions. I think the houses that I predicted are definite predictions. I think Tiana's outfit choices is a definite prediction. And the gumbo pot is a like a friendship reward. Those I would happily declare as items I think are going to come to the game. I think everything else, the kind of the ornate furniture, the foliage pieces, the gazebo, the fairy lights, the glass bottle lights, I think they're going to kind of be, they're more of my wants than what I could guarantee were coming to the game. I mean, I can't guarantee anything, but I would happily, you know, bet a fiver to say, hey, I think we're gonna get these 3 or 4 house skins that I mentioned, and we'll get Tiana's gumbo pot as a friendship reward item. You know, that's kind of something that I would be pretty confident on, along with the outfit choices for Tiana as well. So, there we have it. That is my predictions for the update. Oh my god, there was one thing I forgot to say before I finish. Um, there is a shirt. I think it's called the Shadow Man shirt. It was leaked a while back, but it is not come to the game. I think we could see that come into the screw shop. I think we could see that. If we do get anything else, maybe the necklace that Dr. Facilier has. We could possibly see that, but I think in terms of clothing and stuff like that, like in terms of sort of Dr. Facilier inspired, that would be all we would get. But yeah, I think we could see the top come in. It's something that they've worked on. It would make sense to come in at the Tiana update. So that is definitely something I could see coming to the game. So yeah, there we have it. I hope you enjoyed this predictions video. You'll have to let me know what you think of my predictions. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have some alternative predictions of your own? If you would like to see me do more of these going forward, I really enjoyed the Mulan video I did. I thought it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing this Tiana one. I would absolutely love to do one for Timon and Pumbaa, do one for Sally. I think it's really fun to kind of go through and do these predictions and guesses. So just let me know if you really like this kind of video, and then I'm happy to do it going forward for the other updates as well. But yeah, just let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. I'm so excited to hear what you all have to say. But do take care of yourselves. Big shout out to everyone who likes and comments on the video. all my subscribers, you're absolutely awesome people, and my channel members, I love you so very much. Thank you so much. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.